Last night's Love Island was episode 6, and to be honest, I felt like it was a bit shit. I was watching it and I was drifting in and out of paying attention. There wasn't a lot happening. And I know it's on every single night, but there was nothing there that really sparked my interest. Jess was obviously pissed off with Ronnie because his speech was mostly about Harriet. And her and Mimi, they managed to stay so calm, level-headed and mature. I know that she was clearly in a huff, but see if that had been me, I'd have been like, do you know what, Ronnie? Fucking crack on with her. I can't be bothered with you. You told me we were going to be honest with each other, and now you stand up and do your speech about her. I won't fucking get her. And I'm not trying to be nasty here about Harriet, but the more I'm seeing her, the more she literally scares me. Her face is like a caricature. Sometimes she looks like a spitting image character. However, I did think to myself last night, it's possible that she is stunning, but maybe she just shows up differently on camera. Because I've watched Love Island for years, and there used to be a girl on it, and from a distance, she looked absolutely stunning. But then when it was up close, her contour was like solid lines of like blush and everything, and it looked really bad. But the people in the villa were like, oh, she's stunning. So I'm thinking it's probably just the way she looks on camera. She's probably really nice in real life. But Ronnie's sitting trying to justify his actions, and he's like, I'm just not very good with words, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't even give me the ick. He gives me that absolute fucking boke. Like, see, if he was near me, I would pay you to get him away from me. Please let me know in the comments if you're attracted to him, or if you're attracted to people with personalities like that. Let me know in the comments, like, what is it that you find attractive about it, please? I need to know. Sean was also chatting to Harry, and he was saying, I want to be the #1 boy, I think you're stunning, blah, blah, blah. And at the time, I was like, he seems to be really genuine, he seems to be like a really nice person. But I had the after show on last night, and they were saying, no, it's obvious that there's nobody else in the house who's drawn to him and he doesn't like anybody, so he's kind of like attaching himself to her, like out of desperation. Let me know what you think. I actually think he likes her. Am I just being fooled by his charm? So last night, as I was thinking it, somebody said it, and I don't know if it was Jess, but she was saying Harriet has basically been into everybody in the villa. She's been into Kieran, then she liked Joey, now she likes Ronnie, and all of a sudden she likes Sean. And I was thinking the same. It's like she doesn't show any interest in these people, and then all of a sudden she'll be like, oh, we've had this connection from the start. No, she just wants to stay in the house. And during the game that they played, they asked which Islander had the most red flags, and I was like, Harriet. I totally agreed with what they said. Like, there's nobody else in there who shows as many red flags, other than Ronnie, but only because I don't like him. He's probably a really nice person. Ayo was saying that he had his speech ready and that he was getting ready to pick Mimi, but then Uma picked him. Now, what I didn't understand is that when him and Uma were chatting, and she was saying, I understand if you still want to get to know Mimi, I know that there's still something there between yous, and that was fine, right? And then he tried his move again, where he wanted to get a kiss, and it was so bad, it was so cringy. But then later on, Uma was talking to the girls, and she was saying, oh, he's telling Mimi that he likes her, and he's telling me that he likes me, like as if I don't want him telling us the same thing. But she had already says to him, I know that you still like Mimi, so why did he then have to turn around and say, aye, and confirm what she was saying? It didn't make any sense. Nicole and Kieran were on their date, which I thought was actually quite cute. But she was saying that her family told her not to date another rugby player because her ex-boyfriend cheated on her. And though I think it's unfair to say that all rugby players are the same or all footballers are the same, because that's just simply not the case. In my experience, when I was younger and I knew some rugby players, that was the case with them. But everybody's different, and you've got to give them a chance, even though Kieran has admitted that he's cheated on people in the past. But people can change. As I'm almost finished recording this video, I've just realised that I forgot to put the pictures in the background, but I'm near the end, so it doesn't really matter. So Munveer's paired up with Patsy, and he pulled Jess for a chat to tell her that he likes her. And Patsy and Jess look like identical twins almost, so I'm not surprised by that whatsoever. I like the fact that Jess is really honest and just says, like, I don't have an initial attraction, but something might happen, which is true. Sometimes people just grow on you. This isn't really related to this year's show, but I keep on seeing the adverts for the Love Island podcast, and Chris is on it. And when last year's programme first started, I really liked Chris, but as it went on, I felt as if he was really performative. And now when I see him on these podcast adverts and I seen him on the after show, I was like that. He is so fake as fuck. Like, he can't just act like a normal human being. Like, everything's a performance. Like, I'd see the point if he was on a show where he had to be like that. But when he's just sitting having a chat, or when he's doing the podcast and he's all animated, and it's like, it's just too much. Like, he's just annoying the fuck out of me. In the game, Ayo had to snog the girl who's 100% his type on paper. And after telling Mimi that he was going to choose her, telling other people that he was going to choose her, he went and kissed Uma. And I was like, talk about sending mixed signals. Like, I actually really liked him, but now I'm starting to think he's just a fuckboy. I mean, most of them are fuckboys, let's be honest, but I actually thought for a minute that he might be a nice guy, but now I'm doubting it. But you can let me know in the comments what you thought of last night's episode. I thought it was a bit piss, to be honest.